Hi, this is John, Flat 6 Motorsports, and today we're doing some performance enhancements on this 991.1 turbo. Now, in previous episodes, we did a couple things to this on the brakes, suspension, seats on the inside, roll cage, but today we're going to be focusing on the power enhancements, and that's all going to start with these pure turbos, which are a hybrid turbo, where they machine out the inside, put a larger turbine and compressor wheel in there. Very proven technology that we've been using for many years now. We're also going to add the AWE tuning intercooler kit, and we're going to pair that with some Flat 6 Motorsport diverter valves, and we're going to be adding a ByDesign snow performance-based water meth injection kit to get some extra power. And on the exhaust side, we're also going to put some high flow 200 cell HAS cats paired with this Kline exhaust system, so it should sound really good, flow really good, and really put out some good numbers. Let's get into the install, and then we'll come back with some driving impressions and some dyno figures. All right, so we have all of the hardware installed, the water meth injection kit, the turbos, exhaust, intercoolers and such. And now we're here at the dyno. We're gonna strap it down, get some numbers with the non-meth tune and then also with the water meth tune. So let's get it going and we'll show you the results. Flash up the dyno right here, and as you can see, the gray line is a stock 991 Turbo S that we dynoed on the same dyno. So you can see that puts out 441 wheel horsepower, or roughly about a 20% drivetrain loss from the factory Porsche claims. And now the blue line is all of the modifications without water meth, and that's putting down 582 wheel horsepower. And again, if you factor for about a 20% drivetrain loss, you're talking a little over 700 horsepower, which is a really good number. And then the red line shows with water meth injection, all the mods, and that's putting down about 680 wheel horsepower. And that's going to translate to over 800 horsepower at the crankshaft, given the drivetrain loss on this car, which is just astonishing numbers. And what's really nice is the overall feel of this car still has that refinement of the 991 Turbo, but it just has a lot more power. As you can see on this dyno graph, very linear. The torque is like a table, it goes all the way across. It's just power delivery across the board whenever you want it. And it shows up in some of the performance metrics. In the quarter mile, we trapped almost 11 miles an hour faster, and then our 30 to 80 mile an hour speed decreased in time by 0.52 seconds. And then from 60 to 130 miles an hour, our time decreased by 2 full seconds. So you're talking about 2 seconds off your 60 to 130, and about 11 miles an hour on top of a trap speed of a quarter mile. That's pretty significant, and you can feel that in the car. And I like to just quote the customer, because what's better than from the horse's mouth? He said, "The power delivery is beautiful. It's smooth, responsive, and violent all at the same time. It's instant and never lets up." And I think that's a great way to characterize this car. It just really kind of keeps to the OEM feel, so to speak, in terms of the refinement. It's super smooth and quiet when you want it to be, but once you get on it, it's kind of like a bat out of hell, and it just keeps going. Almost would compare it to sort of an EV in terms of power delivery. It's just torque at instant and kind of always on, and power just keeps building and building. Between gear shifts, you don't feel any let off. It just flies like a bullet.
So if you've been following along to this 991 turbo build, thanks for watching. We have a lot of solutions for the 991 chassis, particularly the turbos, and we have power packages anywhere from 600 horsepower all the way up to 900 horsepower, and pretty much everything in between. So if you have any questions regarding your build on your 991, feel free to reach out to us. Email is info@flat6motorsports.com, and at flat6.com you'll find the widest range of Porsche aftermarket parts available. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next one.